administration, the National Weather Service, and the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the time has been backwards for literally no reason, but it was confirmed to be caused by the Earth's rotation, but not the Earth's rotation. The civil authorities specifically, that the undead might come back to life. All residents of the United States, do not panic, and panicking will only make the situation worse. Take shelter on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows, take food, water, clothing, and medical supplies, and a battery power radio with extra battery. Stay tuned for more information on this dangerous situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. A national emergency is ongoing. It's the year 2006. Every civil authority has failed to fix the time. The National Guard will try to. Oh God, what the fuck is happening to my voice? Oh God, someone help.
Sorry, as I was saying, the National Guard will try to figure out what has caused this. All residents of the United States, lock all doors and windows, secure windows with damp towels, or take the president will be speaking on all stations shortly. Please stand by.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. Time has been going backwards for literally no reason, and now at the year 1999, all residents hearing this message take shelter on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows, take food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a battery power radio with extra batteries. This broadcast system has interrupted its programming. For this alert, we will provide news on this dangerous situation.
This is a global emergency action notification requested by the White House. This is WCCO4 News. The President has been confirmed to commit suicide. The Vice President will be speaking on all stations shortly. Please stand by. Please stand by.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is not a test, I repeat, this is not a test. The time going backwards has worsened. The president has confirmed to commit suicide. But the vice president did not. The United Nations has issued a global emergency for the entire globe. All residents across the world take an underground shelter immediately. Take food, water, clothing, medical supplies, flashlights, a hand crank radio with extra batteries, chargers, blankets, and medication pills. Will update you on this situation, but it's a final emergency is issued. The world is ending, but it's not. Stay tuned for more information on this catastrophic situation.
Global alert, all attempts to stopping the time from going backwards failed. Every person and every living thing will die in 24 hours. Prepare for death, prepare for pain. We will play our national anthem. Goodbye, God bless America.
This is a message to my fans out there. The tones are not mine. Thank you. You can watch the video now. Tuesday night, mostly cloudy. A 50% of snow. Wednesday afternoon, mostly the civil authorities has issued a local area emergency effective until 1:59 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This is a local area emergency. We interrupt this program to announce this message. The authorities had spotted unknown-like creatures in the state of Minnesota. These creatures are similar to the Hello Kitty show. If you watch the show, you will experience the following symptoms: hallucinations, sneezing, voice tone high pitch, and sleepy. This area has issued a local emergency for your area. Stay tuned for more further instructions.
sorry. We are experiencing issues. We will try to restart. The following message is transmitted at the request at the Federal Emergency Management Agency. The creatures are confirmed to have names. One name is Hello Kitty. The second one is Kuromi. The other ones are not known at this time. Also, the Twin Cities is experiencing a power outage. If you live in the Twin Cities, it was confirmed that the creatures knock out a power line 20 minutes ago. We are trying to capture the creatures. Stay tuned for more information.
Statewide alert. The Minnesota Federal Emergency Management Agency has created the statewide alert. Evacuate to parts of North Dakota and Iowa. The creatures called Kuromi and Hello Kitty are causing catastrophic damage to the following towns: Lake of the Woods, Grand Forks East, Fargo East, Duluth, Minneapolis, Red Lake Reservation, Rochester, and more. Evacuate to these areas now. Evacuate now.
Evacuate now, evacuate now.
And why stop there? I'll gather every family member from every corner of the ocean. The entire plankton family under one roof! Crabs won't stand a chance against the staggering
The civil authorities has issued a catastrophic danger warning. Evacuate now. Evacuate now. 8,693 airstrikes hit the states of Iowa, Wisconsin, Minnesota, North Dakota, parts of Canada, Illinois. The Hello Kitty team has caused the states to become radioactive. To repeat, the Hello Kitty team has caused the state to become radioactive. Evacuate now. Take the necessary supplies that can last up to 15 days. Food, water, clothing, medical supplies, and a battery-powered radio with extra batteries. Stay tuned for more information on this catastrophic situation.
Sorry. There is a national emergency. There's two creatures called Hello Kitty and Karomi trying to end the USA. But we are going to activate the emergency alert system in a bit here. We are just getting everything ready, then we will send it off to the public. Stand by. 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 Sorry. There is a national emergency. There's two creatures called Hello Kitty and Karomi trying to end the USA. But we are going to activate the emergency alert system in a bit here. We are just getting everything ready, then we will send it off to the public. Stand by. Stand by. Stand by.
This is an emergency action notification requested by the White House. All EAS participants will follow activation procedures in the EAS Operating Handbook for a national level emergency. The President of the United States, or one of his representatives, will shortly deliver a message over the emergency alert system. Please stand by. Please stand by. Please stand by.
This is emergency action notification. All broadcast systems and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air providing news for the situation in this area. This is WCCO4N. This station is serving St. Paul area. If you're not in this local area, tune to other stations for more outlets for this situation. Do not use your telephone. The telephone line should be kept open for emergency use. Emergency alert system has been activated. This is a national emergency. Every program has been interrupted from the White House. We will try to stay on the air as long as we can. Cable systems and broadcast stations were interrupted. Do not use your telephone. The telephone line should be kept open for emergency use. The Emergency Action Notification Network or the Emergency Alert System has been activated. Stand by. Stand by. Stand by. The following alert will now repeat. This is emergency action notification. All broadcast systems and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air providing news for the situation in this area. This is WCCO4N. This station is serving St. Paul area. If you're not in this local area, tune to other stations for more outlets for this situation. Do not use your telephone. The telephone line should be kept open for emergency use. Emergency alert system has been activated. This is a national emergency. Every program has been interrupted from the White House. We will try to stay on the air as long as we can. Cable systems and broadcast stations were interrupted. Do not use your telephone. The telephone line should be kept open for emergency use. The Emergency Action Notification Network or the Emergency Alert System has been activated. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government and the United States Geological Survey, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, the National Weather Service. This is a national emergency. The Hello Kitty team has been confirmed to be split into two partners. These are the creatures that are on each continent. These are Hello Kitty and Kuromi on the North America continent, the Little Twin Stars on the South America continent, the My Melody and Chocokit on the African continent, Karapi and Picky on the Australia continent, Tuxetism and Bad Smeru on the Europe continent. This one might be a catastrophic team. It's Hengayadans and Amaral Kudetam up the Chaco and Pom Pom Purin on the Asia continent. There were many reports of government collapses. The governments are India, Yemen, Mongolia, Afghanistan, Israel, Norway, South Sudan, and Denmark. All residents hearing this message are advised to take underground shelter immediately, as they launched 500 missiles. It will impact the following cities in the North America continent include Minneapolis, Chicago, Mexico City, Toronto, New York City, Cleveland, Washington, D.C., Bismarck, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Dallas, Houston, the Hawaiian Islands, Puerto Rico, Havana, and many more. All residents are advised to take underground shelter immediately. Take food, water, clothing, medical supplies, flashlights, first aid kit, battery power radio, blankets, pillows, a television, and cards. According to NASA, it has been confirmed these missiles are powerful, but won't cause a mass extinction. The National Weather Service also detected 5 tornadoes and tsunamis. The United States Geological Survey detected the Super Yellowstone volcano erupting on impact. According to the United Nations, it's believed that the world is experiencing dark times. This year, our allies and enemies has already came up with a plan to stop this catastrophic dark days. Any person that requires to join the military, need your ID card if you want to help them with World War III. As already, these missiles will impact in the next 30 minutes. Evacuate now. To repeat, evacuate now. Stay tuned for more information on this catastrophic situation. God bless America.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. To repeat, this is not a test. Our world is slowly coming to an end. We have fallen to Hello Kitty and friends. And they had a planet launch into the Earth's stratosphere. It's confirmed to be Mars. The planet is raging down to the ocean at 1,000 miles per hour. Source: world ending. All residents are advised to take shelter immediately and gather your loved ones. The supplies that you need will probably die over the next 7 years. Romans 6:23. For the wages of sin is death, but the free gift of God is eternal life in Christ Jesus our Lord. This station will sign off for the final time for playing the national anthem. May God save humanity.
civil emergency message for West Washington. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Washington Homeland Security. A dangerous creature was spotted underwater near Port Angeles. This unknown creature underwater had already killed life underwater, and is expected to land at Port Angeles in the next 2 hours. Residents across Port Angeles are advised to watch out for danger. Stay tuned for more information on this developing situation.
A civil authority has issued a local area emergency for the following counties/areas. Port Angeles, Washington. At 5:38 p.m. on August 28, 2033, effective until further notice. Message from EPOSCAP. The following message is transmitted at the request at the Federal Emergency Management Agency and NASA. In junction with the National Weather Service. At 5:38 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. The creature that was spotted underwater is confirmed to name Godzilla. This creature had killed 30% of underwater life and will land at Port Angeles in the next 15 to 50 minutes. NASA and the National Weather Service is trying to stop this creature from destroying everything in its path. An immediate evacuation will be issued if this creature does not stop. All residents, if you're on the beach, are advised to seek shelter now. Stay tuned for more information on this dangerous situation.
Message is transmitted at the request of the Federal Emergency Management Agency and the Washington Homeland Security. Godzilla has failed to be taken down. He is now attacking Port Angeles and parts of Port Townsend. All residents in these areas are advised to evacuate now. He is already blasting out a laser that killed 20% of the population. When evacuating, take supplies.
Hello and welcome to Chemo News ABC4. Today Godzilla has attacked Port Angeles and parts of Port Townsend. At Port Angeles Regional Airport we got Sang. Hello Sang.
Hello Allison. Today, Everybody's evacuating because this creature named Godzilla is attacking Port Angeles and parts of Port Townsend. Everybody was sent to evacuate. Airplanes are trying to arrive as quickly as they could, but he's getting too closer. Hold it below us and I'll be back in a minute.
Well, that was awkward. Godzilla has destroyed it. But we got an activation of the emergency alert system. Please stand by.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, and the Washington Homeland Security. Godzilla has destroyed all of Port Angeles and Port Townsend, and now has caused an earthquake and a magnitude of 9.6. This earthquake is headed for the city of Seattle and surrounding areas. Godzilla is expected to collapse the state in the next hour. All residents are advised to leave the state now, as he will take over the state monitor and local media outlet on this dangerous situation.
Message is transmitted at the request of the United States government and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. Godzilla has collapsed the state of Washington and has destroyed the nuclear power plant in Washington, and is expected to go on a rampage across the United States in the next hour. All residents across the United States are advised to seek shelter now. Take 14 days of food, water, clothing, medical supplies, and a battery-powered radio or hand-crank radio with extra batteries. Blankets, a full-charge cell phone. Stay tuned for more information on this dangerous situation.
This is an emergency action notification requested by the White House. All EAS participants will follow activation procedures in the EAS operating handbook for a national level emergency. The President of the United States or one of his representatives will shortly deliver a message over the emergency alert system. Please stand by. Please stand by. Please stand by. We interrupt our
regular programming. This is a national emergency. Important details will follow.
This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This cable system has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most cable systems will remain on the air providing news information to the public and assigned areas. This is IFOSCAP. This cable system serves the Los Angeles area. If you're not in this local area, tune to other stations providing news and information. The emergency alert system has been activated. We interrupt our regular programming at the request of the White House. This is the emergency alert system. All normal programming operations has been discontinued during this emergency. This is IFOSCAP. This cable system serves the Los Angeles area. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Federal Emergency Management Agency and the United States government. Godzilla has destroyed the nuclear power plant in Washington and has destroyed other nuclear power plants across the country. It was also confirmed that Godzilla collapsed the state of Washington and burned everything in that state. This is a life-threatening emergency now. He's trying to collapse the USA. Residents across the United States are advised to shelter in place now. The military is trying to stop this creature, but they are having a hard time defending this creature. Monitor and outlet media for more information on this dangerous situation. Please stand by the President of the United States for delivery and message over the emergency alert system. Please stand by.
I am a representative of the President, who is being moved to a dislocation. The American society is under attack by this creature named Godzilla, who landed at Washington and destroyed everything in Washington, which caused the state to collapse. He's now trying to get the USA to collapse too. But this is never going to happen, because we are too strong to be falling under the hands of this creature. We will not fall. We will fight back. We will make the American society stronger. We will make our nation stronger and better. Goodbye and good luck.
Termination. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. Godzilla has been killed by the military, but everything across the United States is damaged. It will take up to 300 years to repair the damage. You can leave your shelter, but there is mass destruction everywhere. If your shelter has been destroyed, dial 911